Hey everybody, it's Tanya here again. I just realized it's been several weeks since I gave you a Terrafit update, so I'm here to do that. And today I want to take into consideration that not only am I going through the program that began in June and leading a team from that round, I have now started coaching a new set of teams, two teams, for this next round that just began in August. And so I was thinking about it this morning as I was working out and realizing that there are a few things that I have come up with over the last 7 weeks of going through this whole thing that I think might be helpful. And I'm just going to go through, I wrote down a list of things today that I think might help you as you either consider trying the Terrafit program or doing it. Let's not try it, let's do it. Or if you're already in the middle of it, or if you've just begun. So I'm going to just look at this list occasionally to so that I don't forget anything important. But I think the first thing that I found to be one of the most important things is to get your exercise in the morning, if at all possible. We've had a lot of people that struggled to get the exercise in and stay motivated when they tried to just fit it in the afternoon, and they either didn't get it done or just had to, do it late at night. And I don't think that's optimum. I find for myself that it's the most beneficial to me physically, mentally, emotionally to start my day with that. So if I can get it done by 8 or 9 o'clock at the very latest, it is best for me. It also helps to get the 6 small meals in. If you kind of get a system worked out where maybe you have a small snack before you work out, something that's maybe like apples and almond butter or something like that, and then you work out, and then you have a trim shake after that with some kale or spinach mixed in there, or some berries, or a combination of all that. To get the maximum effect. John Chase shared about that on a video that I watched, and I've been doing it, and I have just found it to be a really good way to get all 6 meals or snacks in and to get maximum effect from my workouts. One thing that I have realized, and this may be due to a couple of factors specific to me, but one may be age. I'm in my mid-40s now. I'm not 20 anymore, and my body just does not function the way it did in my 20s. And also I have weak ankles, and some of you may have weak ankles or knees or shoulders or have some kind of an injury. And so I think one of the most helpful things for me has been to keep in mind that I can modify any of these exercises on the Terrafit videos. And I'm going to speak mostly to people that are using the videos now. If you're not, I highly recommend it. I didn't use them for the first couple of weeks, and once I added that to my daily regimen, wow, there's just no comparison. And I was going to the gym and riding bikes and walking, but there's just nothing like these videos that were designed to get the maximum effect. And the other thing is just listen to your body. I have injured myself a few times. Elise has addressed this a couple of times. For one thing, she said get good shoes. I would say make sure they're laced up well. I injured my ankle one time by not having my left shoe laced tight enough, and it put me out for about 3 or 4 days. And I could still exercise, but I had to greatly modify, and it just wasn't as effective a workout. So keep that in mind, and there is no shame in modification. There's one gal on the videos that always modifies, and you can watch her for ideas. I don't even do everything as exactly like she does. Some things I can do a little more intensely than her, and other things with my ankles, especially if I'm in pain, I have to even modify a little bit more. So just remember, you're not competing with anyone, not on the videos, not on your team, not on the other teams. You're not competing in the exercise realm with anyone but yourself. Just increase your effort as you can and do better than you did yesterday. That's what I kind of always have as a goal, to go a little bit harder, a little bit stronger, a little bit longer if I can. One thing that's going to help with the cardio workouts is to keep in mind that if you keep your heart rate up, even though you're modifying, don't just stop. If they're doing something and you can't do it, keep moving. Keep moving as fast and as much as you can so you keep your heart rate up. That's what's going to help us burn these calories off. I am still modifying. I realized this morning with my injuries and things, probably 45 to 50%, and I've still lost over 15 pounds. I'm not sure if it's 16 or 17 yet. I haven't quite gotten a firm read on my scale, but folks, I mean, wow, imagine if I had been able to go 100% all day, you know, every day, what that could look like. So I'm just thrilled to pieces. If you have weak ankles or knees, just don't bounce everything out, like Elise says. Just keep moving, keep moving. There's a difference between pain and soreness, and I've realized that. If I'm sore, a lot of times I can just push on through, and oftentimes I'll feel better after the workout. If I'm experiencing pain, I need to back off. Something's wrong, and if I push myself, then I will pay, and it'll just cost me later. So it's not worth it. And I had to go, when I moved to month 2, I had to go back to month 1. Some of the exercises in month 2 were just too much for where I was at and were causing me pain. I was stretching muscles and things that just were not healthy for me. So don't be discouraged. You got to go at your own pace. But all in all, I think what I need to keep in mind is that if I just keep doing it, consistency is key. Consistency is key in this program, in the exercise and the weight loss and points, winning the contest. So just keep that all in mind. A few things as far as form. There are just some things that I tell myself over and over and over again during all the workouts. Maintain good form. Elise will tell you a lot of times, remind you, tighten your core, squeeze your glutes, all the time. I remember that during the weight training, and I remember that during the cardio. If I can keep those two things, I think I benefit a whole lot more. And then if you're doing the lateral lifts, especially the ones where you're lying flat on the ground and you're raising your arms up like this. I had a weight trainer who I took a class with, and she explained to us that you don't want to be lifting up here. You want to be lifting with your chest, and with your arms need to be lateral and raising over your chest. That's where you want the workout. You don't want to strain your shoulder muscles when you're trying to do that. Especially the heavier the weights, the more a difference that makes. So hopefully that will help you keep away from an injury. It's really helped me to keep that in mind. And then just as far as moving on from exercise to weight loss, I think the biggest key for me has been to remember the mantra, eat less, move more. In order to lose weight, you have got to move more than you're taking calories in. Another important part is food choices. Just because you're eating something off the healthy list doesn't mean that you're going to lose weight if you eat things off of the healthy list. You have a choice for a snack. Am I going to eat some wheat bread, even if it's whole wheat bread and it's perfectly good on the healthy list? Or am I going to eat a carrot or an apple? Lower calories, obviously, are going to help you lose weight. So calories do matter. And whether you're a calorie tracker or not, it's probably good if you find out how many calories are in the foods that you're eating. I know when I first, about 2 years ago, decided to lose weight for the first time after I had my babies, I was in the habit of eating a waffle. Homemade, 100% whole wheat waffles. Healthy choice, with, raw milk and organic eggs. I mean, all the ingredients were healthy, and I was using 100% organic maple syrup on that. But man, when I found out that in those 4 squares of waffle that I was prone to eat on a regular basis, I was eating about 2/3 of the calories I should have for the day, I was shocked. And so I thought, well, if I want to have a waffle, let's just have a square. And you know what? The more I restricted my caloric intake, not to the point of starvation or feeling deprived, I wanted that waffle. I ate that waffle, but I just did it in moderation. I found that when I started to make those kind of choices in my caloric intake, then I was beginning to drop the weight. So another thing that I have found extremely important, the first couple of weeks I was drinking the required 64 ounces of water a day, and that was good. That's pretty normal for me, though. I happened to, at the same time it coincided, get a new water system, an ionized water system delivered to my home, and my husband installed it. And so after the second week, and I was losing about 2 pounds per week up to that point with just the exercise and the healthy eating. And that week, after 1 week on that water, I was drinking about a gallon a day. And just a side note, if you're interested in that water is ionized, and the molecular structure of the water is changed so you don't feel full, and your body gets hydrated by the water that you drink, and you don't have that sloshy feeling in your stomach. So I have no trouble drinking a gallon of water a day, just so you know. But when I increased my water intake to a gallon, I dropped 5 pounds that week. And that was pretty amazing. It made a huge difference. And so just saying, if you want to lose more weight, drink more water. It also does affect how hungry you feel. And if you want to implement the Slim and Sassy, that is a great appetite suppressant. I think that I've heard on some Facebook forums that you do need to drink the recommended amount for it to work properly and to actually decrease your appetite. But I have found that it does curb my cravings, especially my sugar cravings. And if you don't like the taste of it in your water, either keep it up, and I think your body will probably adapt to the taste after a week or so. But if you just can't stand it, get the soft gels. doTERRA has graciously provided soft gels for those of us who don't like the flavor. And another thing about the exercise, if you are not exercising hard enough on a regular basis that you can't carry on a conversation while you're working out, you're probably not working out hard enough to burn calories. And you don't want to have to restrict your calories to the unhealthy point so that not working out hard enough compensates for that. You want to be able to eat nutrient-dense foods in enough calories to fuel your body, and you also want to work hard enough to burn those off. So I think that's probably pretty good for now. I know it's a lot of information, but maybe 1 or 2 things are going to stand out to you, and you may want to come back and watch this later. But I think if you will just keep those things in mind over the next few weeks, that it will help you. It will help you get a little more bang for your buck out of this program. These are things that have taken me, into the 5th week to figure some of these things out. So just hoping to be helpful, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds. This new round has gotten off with a bang. I know I've got one team where everybody seems to be already losing weight and having 100-point days, and it's just wonderful. So let's just do this together, and I'll check back in with you in another couple weeks. Have a good day. Bye.